Yo, peace and blessings. It's C1 the Good Fella. Just like to say, hope everyone's well. I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't spoken for a while, so to speak, or been on camera. I'm a little camera shy. This video, first video back, is going to be a review video. I've got my stuff there in the background, and that's kind of what I'm going to be reviewing. Obviously, you're better off reviewing the stuff you actually use rather than just quickly passing someone's gloves, wearing them and trying to review it. The first I'm going to review is these fighting gloves, made from Fighting Boxing or fightingsports.com. I bought these off Amazon.com for £103, the cheapest link I believe were on there, including delivery. Before I start talking about the glove, I'm going to talk about your budgeting and stuff. Most people generally believe that by that principle that you pay for what you get with anything. That's kind of what it is with boxing gloves. You've got yourself, you set yourself kind of a budget of what you want from outset. Otherwise, sky's the limit with gloves. You can get really cheap tacky ones, you can get some really good quality ones, and you can get a lot in the middle. With gloves, you've got obviously there's kind of three different types. You've got your fighting gloves, you've got your sparring gloves, and then you've generally got your bag gloves. You kind of need to know which one you're going for. With these fighting sport gloves, these are a training glove, so they can be used for sparring and bag work. I'd stay clear of the heavy bag work. I'm going to tell you the reason for that shortly. But generally back on gloves, I set myself a budget of £100, and that's the reason I picked these up. A lot of people comparing to the winning gloves, the not winning gloves, the fighting sport gloves. The level which it's used is made from is decent quality, but I've had these about, I'd say about a month, 2 months, and already you can see like little cracks on leather there. And like if you look towards where they're fighting, it's actually written on the gloves. That's starting to really come off. One thing with these gloves that I didn't really expect it to do is I wear red bandages when I'm sparring, and if you look on this sign here, I don't know if you can see if they can really pick it up, but on this kind of plastic bit here is like red seeping through. So if you are going to spar, try and avoid bandages that are going to obviously release colour. Let's look on more technical aspect of the glove. This is my first review video, by the way, so if there's anything I'm doing wrong, holler at me and ting, let me know while I go on. I'll do my best to obviously fix up, but don't like it, screw your ass, bitch. Nah, joking still, but yeah, really. Inside, when you first get it, it's got this cool little thing here, basically saying boxing, kickboxing gloves, this and that. Obviously there to secure you, but you're only responsible for your own health and safety, and after time it's gonna rip and tear and blah de blah de blah. You have to get new ones and all that bollocks. Anyway, moving on to the fun part of the glove. I'm just gonna pick random parts of the glove as I see fit, because I'm improvising, you know how I do. This fun bit here, if you compare it to say like my Grant gloves, these are 14 ounce, so they bang same weight. If you look side by side at the thumbs, you'll notice the thumb slightly shorter in this glove, yeah, and also the padding on the Grant gloves is like generally a lot thicker. Listen, that's not just aesthetically, just for the looks. You're gonna feel that when you're sparring. These gloves, one bad thing I've noticed already is today, I caught my fingers when I was throwing a right hook. I was like sparring big guys, and I've gone to whipping a right hook, and like it's kind of obviously partially my fault, but obviously the gloves are there to help your hand and keep your hand safe. I like caught the hook on his shirt, and it pulled back, and it did bun. Let me tell you, I literally sparring one-handed for about 30-40 seconds until obviously the pain, like the sharp pain, eased up a little. So the thumbs compared to obviously a Grant glove, I'm not rating that glove yet, I'll rate that later, aren't really as good as what I'd expect. You can spar them in these gloves. Like I said, they are 14 ounce. I've seen people like Adrian Broner using them when he first coming up. So you can obviously see they are decent quality. One thing I'd like to mention that most people aren't really going to mention is laces. Like your laces to your average boxing laces. Like these are Grant laces, yeah. These are the Grant laces. Really flimsy. These are the Fighting Sport. Look how thick they are. Thick and juicy. Yeah. Well, you notice it straight away on the glove. It's generally quite thick, and you find that your padding area around here is restricted. It's not as cushioned as you'd say your Grants are around this kind of part. But it's decent cushioning, and also the wrist is alright. You do find that your wrist is quite secure. Inside, what I will say about these gloves, what I really like, is internal side, this kind of part here, and all around here. These are like, it really absorbs the sweat, and it don't really absorb the sweat, sorry, it kind of repels the sweat, and it don't really hold it in, so you don't get no stinky ass gloves. The worst thing when you come home from sparring and then getting home, hopefully if you're like me, you clean them, but the next day you ain't clean them, for example, and they are slightly wet, and you put your hand in and they stink. That is the worst feeling ever. You won't really get that with these gloves, or what I found so far anyway. And in relation to the width of the glove, side angle of a Grant, side angle of a Fighting Sports. So when I first initially opened it, I've gone on ratemyidea.com and seen what these reviews have said. I do think it does feel like a really small pro boxing glove, even though it's 14 ounce, and you find it your knuckles bit, like on this area, it generally protects these two knuckles here really well. Not really sure about these ones, because it is kind of like off down this side here. The padding is like equally spread out. It's not too thick on the front like an amateur boxing glove, and it's varied. I'd say it's spread around the glove, so you will get a kind of a nice snug fit. I'm not going to rate this gear out of 10 because, like I said, I'm not a pro reviewer. I will get to doing that one day, but not today. I'm just going to say, if you want looking for a glove for, just say, £100 UK sterling, so I don't know what that's going to transpire to wherever you are in your country or whatever, it's a decent glove. You know what I mean? If you want a Grant, pay for Grants. If you want winning, you pay for winning. You're going to pay for what you get. But for the £100, it's worth it. I've seen a lot worse gloves for £100. And I can't really say I've seen anything better for £100, to tell you the truth. I hope that video is useful. I know there's going to be stuff I need to work on, but if there is anything I need to work on, just holler in the comments and don't hate, you know, you get me. I hope you're doing good stuff for your life as well, same way. But peace and blessings. See you on the good fella.